Oh, my love!
Ever wondered what happens when the world of creepy clowns collides with the long arm of the law? Well, buckle up because we got a wild ride for you.
You all taste so much better when you're afraid.
What unfolds when the whimsical meets the handcuffs? Do the red noses and oversized shoes hold up in court? Only one way to find out. I'd stay till the end if I were you. Keen Warren, the killer clown, pleads guilty to shooting lover's wife in cold blood.
Are you under the influence of alcohol or drugs?
No, sir.
Have you ever been treated for a mental or emotional condition?
No, sir.
Okay. Has anyone forced you to take this plea today?
No, sir.
This woman you see was accused of dressing up as a clown and killing her boyfriend's wife back in 1990. She wasn't under the influence, and she wasn't a mental patient. So could it be that jealousy prompted her to commit such a heinous crime? On 26 September 2017, Sheila Keen Warren was arrested in Washington County, Virginia, where she pleaded guilty to second-degree murder. Authorities said Sheila Keen Warren shot Marlene Warren after coming to her house dressed as a clown with 2 balloons and flowers.
Mr. Keen Warren, can you please raise your right hand as best you can? You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. For the purposes of the plea, if you can pull your mask down, I'd appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. All right, can you, do you understand read and write English?
Yes.
And are you under the influence of alcohol or drugs?
No, sir.
Have you ever been treated for a mental or emotional condition?
No, sir.
Okay. Has anyone forced you to take this plea today?
No, sir.
Has anyone promised or anything to get you to take this plea today?
No, sir.
Okay. Now listen carefully to Mr. Scott outline the factual basis for your plea.
Yes, Judge. If this case were to proceed to jury trial, the state would present evidence and prove the following facts to a jury beyond a reasonable doubt. That on or about May the 26th of 1990, the defendant was responsible for the death of Marlene Warren at her home at 15470 Takeoff Place in Wellington. Said act that caused the death of Marlene Warren being imminently dangerous and demonstrating a depraved mind without premeditated and designed intent to kill. The state would present evidence and witnesses, civilian witnesses from inside of the home who would testify before this court that they observed a clown come to the front door, hand Miss Marlene Warren balloons and flowers before shooting her in the face. That caused her death. They would testify that they then saw the clown drive away in what they would describe as a white Chrysler LeBaron. The state would present both civilian and law enforcement witnesses that would testify to locating a white Chrysler LeBaron approximately 4 days after the murder in a Winn-Dixie parking lot. Said car contained trace evidence, including what some officers observed as long brown human hairs and what they described as artificial orange-like fibers. That same day, law enforcement executed a lawful search warrant of the defendant's apartment and some law enforcement observed orange artificial fibers that appeared to be similar in appearance to the evidence located in the white LeBaron.
All evidence found only pointed to Keen Warren, and subsequently, the deal calls for a 12-year sentence, but Keen Warren has already served 6 years awaiting trial. Also, Florida law in 1990 allowed significant time off for good behavior, so she's expected to be released early. Jamie and Elandra, accused of dressing as clowns and chasing little girls.
Like, I'm a college student, I don't have much money from them. I'm off of financial and I'm still paying for school. I go to school full time. I do work. I don't make much money.
But I understand what you did, allegedly, was horrendous. And we are not going to stand for this in this city or in the United States. 10,000 cash surety. Thank you.
What started as a seemingly harmless prank spiraled into serious trouble for 2 18-year-old girls. Decked out as scary clowns, they unleashed terror in a neighborhood, chasing 2 14-year-old girls who sought refuge at the police station. Little did the pranksters know, their antics came with a hefty price tag. The shock was palpable when they found themselves facing charges, with one of them shedding tears at the news of a $10,000 bond.
The car pulled up and 2 people dressed as clowns jumped out and began to chase after them, screaming after them.
Those young girls fled to the police station where the chief says they arrived in hysterics. Today, one of those unmasked clowns shed her own tears in court. Police say 17-year-old Alondra Sledge and 18-year-old Jamie Salinas were found walking down Minnesota Street just after 9 Thursday night. The chief says they tried running from cops, but were caught.
It's extremely, extremely alarming about what's going on right now in the United States.
The women are charged with disorderly conduct. In court, they were allowed to address the judge only about their bond.
Like, I'm a college student, I don't have much money from them. I'm off of any enjoyment, so paying for schools. I go to school full time. I do work. I don't make much money.
Though it's a misdemeanor charge, the judge showed no patience for the clown antics.
What I understand what you did, allegedly, was horrendous. And we are not going to stand for this in this city or in the United States. 10,000 cash surety. Thank you.
After a rash of criminals dressed as clowns across the country and southeast Michigan, police hope this arrest will send a message.
We are just waiting for someone to get hurt or seriously or killed as a result of these attacks. It's not funny. Don't do it. This needs to stop immediately before it gets just out of hand.
The police chief tells us those costumes will be kept as evidence until this case is over. After that, they'll be destroyed unless these teens petition to have them returned. The court will handle that matter.
Jamie Salinas and Alondra Sledge find themselves facing misdemeanor disorderly conduct charges, each grappling with a hefty $10,000 cash bond. While they are slated to make a return to court later, their case serves as a stern reminder to those considering mischief in clown costumes. The laughter might fade away, but the consequences are no joke. It seems the judicial system isn't clowning around when it comes to maintaining order, even if it means unmasking those hiding behind a facade of whimsy. Police officer, clown brawl outside City Hall.
It's the type of eyewitness video that's bound to be a web sensation. A local man dressed as a clown getting into a brawl with a Milwaukee police officer. And the incident is all caught on camera.
Now there's something you don't see every day. A clown and an officer fighting on the road. This incident happened on November 6, 2012, when a man in his car stopped at a red light and saw what was about to unfold. Of course, as expected of him, he took out his camera and started recording.
I pulled up to the stoplight on the corner of Water and Wells, and I just kind of happened to look to my right because there was a little bit of movement, and I saw a police officer approach this man that was kind of dressed like a clown, but you couldn't really tell because it was really weird.
Mitch says he couldn't believe what he was seeing. He thought quickly to get out his phone and press record.
What's going through my head is, a cop is beating up a clown. Like, how can I not capture this on video and show it to all my friends? So I had to whip out my phone and catch it on video.
Authorities said the clown is often spotted outside government buildings and is considered an activist. There's also been several complaints about the clown chasing cars with a squirt gun. When the officers arrived that day, the clown simply resisted arrest. And you know, Mitch just happened to be in the right place at the right time.
And the officer reached for him. The next thing that you know, they're on the ground tussling and rolling around, and then the officer started punching him, and then another officer showed up, and it looked like they were about to arrest him, but it was pretty funny. The clown was resisting, and so the cop needed to do what he needed to do to make sure that he was safe. So it was funny to witness. I mean, probably not so fun for the clown, but as a spectator, it was pretty entertaining.
The clown was arrested and faces charges of disorderly conduct and resisting arrest. He was jailed and is undergoing an evaluation. The officers involved were not hurt. Henry, the creepy clown, gets in trouble for scaring shoppers. The terrifying clip, which surfaced on October 31, 2018, shows people being chased by a creepy-looking clown in the parking lot of a Halloween shop. But it turns out it was only the manager of a local Halloween Express store. Unfortunately, he was cited by police for scaring up business outside the store. But Alan Henry claims he wasn't trying to frighten anybody.
Well, as you guys know, some people get scared pretty easily, so it's difficult to dismiss concerns. But in this case, the clown actually manages a Halloween store, and he says wearing a mask like this and prowling the parking lot is part of the job.
I seen this guy, he was dressed up with this mask, walking, pacing up and down. He walked to my car, When he was coming closer to my car, what happened?
He came up to me and he tried to open the door.
He probably had good intentions, what he was doing, but a lot of times his good intentions turn into bad decisions.
If there's ever an indication that, parents don't want their kids scared or something, the mask comes off, I leave them alone, it's that type of thing. I don't really think I should even been cited for it because I wasn't actually trying to incite real fear with anybody.
I really think that the Halloween store should not have their associates out in the parking lot scaring people, because for me, I would never even come into their store.
Our clown is being charged for disorderly conduct, but the police say that his disorderly conduct citation could end up with a fine. Let's check out really quick other similar cases of clown encounters. Woman called cops after clown reportedly struck her car with a bat. At 10:14 p.m. on a Saturday night, Barnstable police fielded a call reporting an unusual sighting. A man strolling around Veterans Beach, clad in a clown suit, brandishing a baseball bat. Responding swiftly, the police identify the individual as 30-year-old Justice T. Allman.
4223. I'm just crossing over Main. Come back on that. 374232. I'll be off with him. He is wearing a clown mask and he does have a bat.
Subsequent to the encounter, Allman found himself in custody, albeit not for his curious choice of attire. Instead, his arrest was predicated on a default warrant related to operating a motor vehicle with a suspended license, with no additional charges levied against him. The peculiar incident at Veterans Beach ended with the arrest unfolding as a result of an unrelated legal matter. Man dressed as clown arrested in Noonan, GA. Cut the clowning around. That's the firm message from Noonan's police chief following the arrest of an Alabama man sporting a clown outfit. The entire incident, captured on a body camera, unfolded after concerned Walmart customers reported feeling frightened by the individual.
No, you're under arrest for disorderly conduct. We got a call on you and people were sitting there saying that you were trying to scare them and you have a mask on, which is concealing your identity.
Sir, I was not scaring them. I was not scaring nobody. I promise you.
How do we get an 911 call?
I just came out the door.
Rodney Byram found himself booked on a disorderly conduct charge after being apprehended around midnight on Thursday at the Walmart located on Bullsboro Drive. It seems the clown antics didn't bring smiles, but rather raised eyebrows and concerns among the late-night shoppers. Suspect clowns around in bizarre police chase. In July 2019, a guy in a clown costume hanging out of a car's sunroof led cops on a chase from Orange County to Venice Beach. It all started around 3 p.m. in Westminster when the driver didn't stop for officers, and the chase kicked off. 2 teens arrested after robbing businesses with wrestling clown masks. Cops nabbed 2 17-year-olds accused of robbing 2 fast food joints in clown masks. In Phoenix, 1 teen hit up Taco Bell and Domino's Pizza armed with a gun, while the other played getaway driver. Around 8 p.m. on Tuesday, police rushed to Taco Bell after reports of an armed robbery. The suspect, rocking a clown mask, wielded a handgun and even fired a shot, fortunately causing no injuries.
The most frightening part tonight, that these teens have done more damage and we may not know the final tally.
Well, that's it for today. I hope you like, subscribe and hit that notification bell to see more awesome videos like this. Beware of creepy clowns too, especially when you're alone. See you next time.